Ooh,
Hello. Oh, wait, I have to set up my mic. Welcome to Goth Talk Live.
yeah.
Woo!
Ooh, I hear myself a little bit.
I can hear you well. I'm gonna plug in my mic, but I'm
Fabulous.
on like one of those new fancy Macs that doesn't have any plugs.
I hate it. I
I hate it
absolutely hate
so.
it. Yeah. Goth Talk Live can start there. Why are you taking away the plugs on my Mac products?
Oh, great. Now I have to buy 1 million things. Okay, let me change my mic to my fancy old-timey
Ooh.
mic. Audio, Yeti, default headphones. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm ready.
Yay. Well, everybody, hi chat. Thank you so much for coming out to
For
your homes, I assume.
oh wait, let me change our background. Sorry about that.
Fabulous.
This is Goth Talk Live
This is Goth Talk Live. And
with Kerri and Ralphie.
yay! Please welcome my co-host Kerri Lendo.
And welcome my co-host, Ralphie Hardesty. And let
Mm.
us give him a big round of applause for his makeup job.
Thank you so
It's
much.
amazing. I'm wearing my glasses. You can't see it as much.
It's
Thank you.
gorgeous. No, I love it.
And I put a bunch of white makeup all over me. Now this is my complexion. This was the part my complexion was born to play. This is Goth Talk Live. This is a goth talk show. Ralph and I aren't goths, but I say 40 somethings. We're 39, but
Right.
it's 39 somethings doesn't sound right.
I know. Girl, I'm there already though. Mentally, I'm it matters how old you feel inside, and I feel about 45-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, we're 40 somethings, and you had this idea a long time ago to do Goth Talk Live, and then we made a vision board for it, never did anything with it. And then we were doing the Master Pancake Beetlejuice. Shout out to Master Pancake. For those who don't know, follow it on Instagram, then you'll know, and then you'll join it. It'll be amazing. And we were doing the Beetlejuice show, and we were like, God, we should be goths. And I was like, we can be. We still can be.
We have the skills. We can do it. And I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled, as you can tell, to have an excuse to buy and put on makeup. It's the first time I've ever done it in my life, so I appreciate that very much. You look stunning. I'm jealous of the dress. This is
Let me try to see if I can see, because a lot of it is I'm just gonna stand up.
Please
It's
do.
got these layer. It's very layered. I'll post a picture. Part of Goth Talk Live is just posting vain pictures of yourself on Instagram because you can.
That's right. That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. People love the makeup. Thank you for loving my dress. But next week I'm going to step up the makeup. We're doing the check our own. It's not a pretty thing. It was supposed to be on YouTube Live and Twitch. It's just Twitch, which is great.
Yeah,
it's still fun.
Exactly.
We love Twitch. It's maybe easier to have one place. But next week, I have a couple people who volunteered to do my makeup.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep trying to improve and change. I watched exactly 2 makeup tutorials, so I feel pretty accomplished.
Yeah, the goal of the show, we're doing it every Tuesday in October, is to get more and more goth every week. So Ralphie's starting off pretty strong. He's gonna have to get gothier. And same here. I watched some YouTube makeup tutorials, and one of them was like everyday goth makeup, and she had the most makeup on you've ever seen.
Yeah,
as the everyday look.
Yeah, the jumping off point was a male goth makeup Google search, and then the one video I watched was day to day goth makeup. So this is what you're supposed to do every single day. I'm kind of into it though.
I know. I can't wait to evolve I finally can use my primer, my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I should show off. So I have this Urban Decay. It's the Vice palette, and I don't wear it enough because it's so goth. But look at those colors. There's like
Jealous.
let me see if I can get the light on it better. There's like a dark green, which I got scared to wear because I still wanted to look pretty. But not the goths are pretty, don't get me wrong.
Oh, of course. Well, yes, we have a lot to talk about in terms of being a goth and goths and goth culture.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot to learn.
We have a lot to learn. We're gonna have great guests all month.
Yeah.
So Ralph, let's talk about it. Did you know any goths as a kid? Were there goths at your high school?
There were. I was racking my brain. I was like trying to think, and I had one friend whose older brother would wear only black, and he listened to goth music, some of which has since been canceled. And we had a thing where I would ask him, "Where's the color? Where's the color, Marty?" And one time he was like, "Oh no, look!" And he had a little "I gave blood" sticker that was a little bit of red. So I was like, "Nice, you got there."
Good job. Yeah. I mean, having goth older brother, I think, is kind of the key gateway into goth.
Yeah,
we had kind of some goths at our high school. A lot of them were in band. I don't know if that's a common thing or if that just overlapped. But it was also, I grew up, like, I was in high school in, like, the 90s, and I feel like it was Marilyn Manson, so it was kind of the freak / goth. Right. It wasn't quite the classic 80s goth. It was the more evolved, trench coat goth and Marilyn Manson t-shirt, dog collar, which is a great goth, don't get me wrong. And I'm still friends with some of those goths to this day. Exactly. You met some of them, Jackie. And
exactly. Right. Vola Dolce in chat agreed with you that this is bringing us back to the trench coat mafia in high school, which I remember those kids. We weren't close. I was friends with the kids that were like, why are they allowed to still wear those trench coats to school?
I'm thinking of a kid who got in trouble for wearing one and yelling trench coat mafia. Yeah. Post Columbine. Anyway, it took a dark turn.
Hey, is that not goth?
It is goth issue. Have you ever dated a goth?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No, I would say he dated someone who was maybe goth adjacent. He liked goth music for sure. He was very into like Bauhaus, like New Order. I think he liked The Cure, stuff like that. And he wouldn't really dress goth, but I bet he wore some eyeliner back in college, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. He would wear more like the military boots and those pants, that kind of goth stuff. But more importantly, he does have some goth credit because his sister dated Trent Reznor.
Oh my God.
I know. He's from the New Orleans area. They met, and he was in high school when it all happened, and he said all he remembered was going to Trent Reznor's house, and he had a room full of pinball machines.
Whoa!
And he was just like in heaven playing pinball.
Shocking. Oh my gosh. God, I love to know that.
I know. I think they dated for a while. I don't think she was goth either, but yeah, he has a big gothic mansion, of course, in New Orleans.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So you actually have a good goth pedigree going on. You have a lot of goth stuff in your background. But Kerri, why do you want to be goth now?
Well, pandemic, turning 40. Let's see. Recently single, career going nowhere. No, I mean, this is great. This is great, but what I once thought would be my life is not there. So why not be goth? I mean, this was really, my complexion was born to be goth. Like, why am I fighting it? I could probably get cast as I'm like trying to fix my strap and it's like the wrong side of the thing. And might as well try it. I mean, I love putting on makeup and, I like the music. I like Psychic TV. I like some of the music. Let's see. I never liked The Cure. I think that's why. I didn't get into gothdom. Yeah. Do you like to chat? Do you like The Cure? Am I the only one who?
I love The Cure, but I love happy Cure singles. I don't. If you play me like a deep Cure cut, I will be like, what about Friday I'm in Love? So yeah, I love the hit, but I wouldn't want to see like a 3-hour Cure show.
I will for y'all in chat if you give me your favorite Cure song. I will make a playlist and listen because I feel like if I'm going to be goth, and I feel like I'm also at a new age, a new point in my life, maybe I can embrace it. Mm-hmm. But I think next week we should do a goth music episode where we both bring our top 5 goth songs.
For sure. I would love that.
That's my homework for you.
I agree completely with the pandemic being the number one reason why I'm interested in now being goth at 40. And because specifically the major obstacle to being goth for me was going outside, I would say, was that the Texas heat that was kind of like prohibitive. And I don't have to worry about that anymore. Also, you're right. Death is all around us. I'm a huge bummer these days.
That's
and I feel
true.
I feel like this is a way to make that fun. So those are the two big reasons I would say that I'm interested in taking the dive at 39 and going full goth.
Well, I'm excited to do this journey for you. I mean, I think I will. My light. I need to get this is like more of like I need to get a more day goth look instead of like a one shoulder dress. But I think I am going to try to go like 24 hours. I was like, oh, that cape. Did you show off? I don't think people can tell with this angle. It's a cape.
It's a big old cape. My hands are through these holes. There's nothing on underneath it. So I'm trying to like stage her very strategically. But yeah, I actually got this cape from one of our guests on the show tonight. He left it in a former roommate's trunk. And then when we were moving out of our house, she was like, "Do you want this?" And I said, yes. So I'm very excited to get a chance to wear it. Any chance is a super fun time for me.
It's great.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I agree with the chat. It is too hot. It's just too hot to go out as a goth. It's all going to melt away. Let me see. I'm going to try to spot Ralphie and I are new at doing this. We don't have John or more advanced people. I'm going to try to show some of your messages like
Yay!
that. Boom!
Rogued out. What's
Skinny
up?
Puppy, Greater Than the Cure. I mean, I'm sure Skinny Puppy is going to be on our music list.
But is Skinny Puppy goth? If so, I was not aware.
we got our next guest shaking her head no. Let me see. All right, and now I'm just having fun.
Oh, I
love you. Now I'm just clicking on everyone's thing because I know how to do it.
But
it's exciting.
Buffy just shared my vampire goth emoji. So hi Buffy, thank you so much. Love you, girl.
Let me see, and also we have a little thing. If you want to tip, you don't have to. This is just a free thing because Ralphie and I are vain and want to post Instagram photos of us in makeup. But here are Ralphie socials. You can tip us. It's not a big deal if you don't. Venmo, PayPal.
Yeah, and you're tipping us. You're tipping our guests tonight. So
yes, and you're paying for the makeup and the StreamYard membership.
Let me tell you, I am already out of white paint. I've done two looks, one practice and one tonight, and I've got to go buy some paint right now. So
yeah, luckily mine's free. God gave it to me. All right, well, I think we should bring our first guest because she's here waiting. When we said we're gonna do a goth talk show. She's one of my favorite goths. I know she's a classic goth. She's been at it for a long time. She's also a very funny stand-up comedian. You should check her out. Let's welcome Virginia Jones.
Yay! Oh my gosh!
Looks so good.
Yes.
Wow. Ralphie, you look amazing. I'm so glad that we get to meet this way.
I know, same. I'm completely like entranced by your eyes. Beautiful.
Are they contacts, or were you born like that?
I got born this way. I have, ladies and gentlemen, I have one Marilyn Manson contact in.
It's problematic. He's
problematic. It's problematic, but of course Manson, when he did the one light eye and the one dark eye, he was doing Bowie. He was doing the next step.
That's right.
So it is problematic. We're very, very sorry to lose Marilyn Manson. just a role model for children everywhere. But we move on. We move on. And Robert Smith has never done anything bad ever that we know about. So it's great.
Exactly.
That's who we really, Ralphie, and I'm enjoying the blood. This is a 5-minute like hot and sloppy look.
Amazing.
I was hoping you would do contacts because I like have eye shit. I don't like doing contacts, but I know it is a very effective look. So I'm glad you did it because Ralphie and I aren't.
It's
amazing
to a next level to wear a contact. And I'm also I didn't know how to share where you guys were, but I'm on my TikTok live. So
perfect. Yes.
We're doing
Put it out there.
Thing. Precisely. Yay, Bowie, Boo Manson. Let's talk about it, because when Twiggy Ramirez had rape accusations and Marilyn didn't think twice, kicked him out of the band, and I said, he's one of the good ones. But of course he wasn't one of the good ones, because if you've been paying attention to anything he said in the 90s ever, you knew that this was not the case. But it was just the news yesterday. He had asked for his ex-girlfriend's assault and abuse charges to be dropped, and a judge said, "No, thank you. No, thank you."
Thank you.
No.
I remember reading his book in high school and then being like, I don't want to listen to this shit anymore.
I love high school Ralphie reading Marilyn Manson's book. I picture you on the bus like this.
It was a very funny book, and it turns out it was very funny because he had like a comedian co-writing it with him.
That's right.
I love that fucking book. And as we learned, there's a lot of important lessons. Like if you are on the road and you cheat on your girlfriend, but she's not in the same time zone, that's not cheating. But if you're on the road and you cheat on your girlfriend, but she's in a different time zone, but then the next day a member of your band brings up the woman you cheated with, they're cheating.
It's all. We'll have to read the book. We can't read the book, but we'll take Virginia, when did you first become goth? Because I know you've been goth for a while.
Great question. In high school, I was a punk rocker, and I was very punk rock, and I definitely knew goths. But then in college, I just felt like you can't be a punk and go to college. Like, is that a wrong thing? I don't know. And like my best friend was a goth from Palestine, Texas, and then we just kind of got into it. I still think of myself as a recent goth, even though it's been 30 years.
Love it.
I just got into it. I've only been doing it for 30 years or so. Not serious. It is probably just a phase.
I'm with you exactly. I in college I put down punk and I picked up Broken Social Scene. I think we all did that.
This is embarrassing. I picked up punk in college and I was in a punk rock club sanctioned by the university, which is not. Is that really punk anymore? When we meet in the engineering building.
How punk is it?
Yeah, and we get a budget.
Bless you that you had the wherewithal to ask it. But yeah, as far as Skinny Puppy goes, yeah, for sure. Every industrial kid, every are Skinny Puppy a goth band or a Canadian band? I ask you that.
Yes.
I get it. Performance art, veganism, Nivik over. Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
That's something. So it's every goth isn't every vegan isn't a goth, but every goth is a vegan. Is that right? Did I do that right?
Well, I mean, the truth is, I think the Venn diagram goes like this. Not every vegan has an eating disorder, but many of them do, and every goth has an eating disorder. So, there is a crossover there somewhere.
Oh, very informative. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you do meet. If you're a goth in the Los Angeles area, and you're a vegan, and you haven't been to Doomy's, the vegan restaurant by, for, and about goths. Why haven't you?
Is there a mascot, Doomy? It's like
Doomies, very good question. And yes, there is a mascot. It is a man in a bunny suit holding a knife.
Let me see. I'm gonna bring it up for us. Here's I can share my screen now, so everyone can do it. Here's the thing. I don't like
so technological.
I don't. Well, let's see. I mean, as Ralphie, as you know, YouTube Live did not. Doomy's mascot. Here's the thing. I don't like Doomies. I know this is unpopular opinion in LA.
You don't have to. It's garbage. It's not good for you. It's just,
it's like going. You feel like you went to McDonald's, but you didn't.
But you didn't. You had. It's not. As the Cookie Monster said, it's a sometime food.
Oh, and normal cat lady Jamie in chat says Doomies is good. Didn't know it was goth soul food. I didn't know about it at all before.
Oh, I just saw the chat. I saw the chat. Okay, great. Yes, Gita's wedding dress was amazing. Yes, you're allowed to eat all the meats. It's more like goth comfort food. And they have a guy who's their baker who is also an industrial DJ. It is great hangover food. It's good, not good for you. Yeah.
Love it.
Let's see, did this work?
Aww.
Yay, you did.
There it is. Okay. That's what we got here. I didn't So what are some goth basics for Ralphie and I who are new at goth?
Well, here's my only VHS tape that I have. This is the Staring at the Sea. This is the Cure videos that line up with the Cure Standing on a Beach single collection. A lot of these are by Mr. Tim Pope. And you've got a lot of different kinds of goth here. You've got like pornography, like super spooky, almost like death metal goth, but the music is very like heavy. And then you've got like happy, perky goth from Let's Go to Bed. And you've got many different kinds of goth. This was given to me by Timmy Williams from Whitest Kids You Know.
Oh, cute.
This is our forefather. David Bowie probably was the first goth, but Dave Vanian was the first like punk goth, and he's like, well, I'm in a punk band and I'm a vampire, and he's the best. And this is also painted by legendary goth DJ Dave Batts from Release the Bats. So that's important.
Yeah, this is these are all Ralph. We're gonna need some more tips so we can buy all these VHSs off eBay.
I'm writing all of this down.
The book Gothic: 400 Years of Excess, Horror, and Evil and Ruin. Because I don't want you to have to learn on the streets. All goths are named Dave. Goth is not explicitly connected to the English Gothic writing style and architecture style, but it's not connected.
I know.
You get it?
Got it.
You get it? And just for fun, my last... Oh, I have two more visual aids. Oh, the Sandman. This is very important.
Classic.
Very important.
Which is a podcast if you don't want to read.
Yeah, the Audible has a great Sandman series with all kinds of famous people doing voices.
I want to listen to it, but I don't do. I'm trying not to do Amazon, and they fucking own everything, including Audible.
They own this too. They own Twitch.
I know. We're all beholden. And then if you want to go a little different direction, I brought some Gothic Lolita Bibles. Now this is the Harajuku girls go goth, and they're all dressing like little pirates and little maids and little witches. Unfortunately, Amazon is entwined with everything.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. I can't resist it. I'm just gonna listen to the Sandman Audible.
Well, and Eski-ish does point out you can check out the graphic novels in the library.
That's true. I mean, I like reading classic novels anyway. Should I start? I think I started it. Anyway.
But you weren't quite
But
goth
just-
enough to finish it.
Well, my ex owned them and we broke up, so I didn't finish them.
I did the first one I read Sandman, and it was a boys collection, but now I have my own collection. Okay, I want to respond to some viewer notes.
Yeah,
100
please.
years versus Level Tears Apart. Great question.
What is 100 years for us idiots? I know Level Tears Apart.
Yeah, 100 years is Robert Smith playing a jazz master through several pedals and screaming into the void, and it's probably my favorite period of the Cure. The thing about Love the Cure is they're like 5 different bands, maybe 10. But this was in the pornography faith period, and it's real good. It's real dark. Level Tear Us Apart. Trivia fact: Love Will Tear Us Apart is a joke on the Captain and Tennille song "Love Will Keep Us Together."
Wow. I love that you're in a black void behind us. It's my favorite part of this.
Yeah. But love will keep us together. It's essentially a joke on that. I mean, that's a great song. It's unstoppable. Skinny Puppy is gone. Okay, Calf, feel good about it. I want you.
Calf is jumping in the chat to defend Skinny Puppy's gothness.
There is an upcoming Netflix adaptation of Sandman. I'm really excited about it. Another Bowie reference. When Sandman was originally talked about being a movie, 30 years ago, they wanted Bowie to be Morpheus.
Oh.
Ooh.
It would have been like a reprisal of Labyrinth, but a little darker.
Exactly.
What are some common goth misconceptions, would you say? If we're posers, what are we doing?
Well, okay, the first thing you learn as a goth is you can't, and Ralphie's doing a beautiful job, you can't stop the clown white at the chin, you got to go down to the neck.
Same here with my white makeup. I'm just
Kerri, your coverage is amazing. It's flawless. Your blending is amazing. And you probably should do inside your nostrils. You probably should.
Yes. Yeah, I got a paintbrush out and did my nostrils. It was clean. I cleaned it. And also, what a joy buffing white foundation into chest hair. Really, it was so much fun. Just learning so much about textures, and it feels great.
Kids today, there's all kinds of wonderful goth makeups you can buy. There's Portland makeup company has a death white. But when I was a kid, you would go the day after Halloween, you would stock up on all of the cheap shit, all of the fucking clown white, all of the fucking shitty black eyeliner, just like.
What a great tip. Forget the candy. Go for the half price.
Amen.
Misconceptions about goths. I don't know. What do people think about goths? What do regular people think? Yeah. Thank you very much, Eskiash. Portland Black Lipstick Company. You pulled me out of the lurch. Yeah, corpse paint. Their corpse paint is great.
Nice.
Ooh.
These are good because like I said, I'm out of white paint, so I need some recommendations. This
flat
is great.
out.
Ralph, we need to get some sponsors.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How do we do that? I don't know.
Yes, thank you, darling. What do people think about goths? I mean, I think most of the things you think are true. Like they drink a lot. We like to go out at night.
Do goths get laid more? I just feel like they do. Or no?
Nice. Do goths get laid more? We certainly talk about it a lot.
I think they just seem cool, so to me, and like mysterious and sexy.
Beauty Bakery. I do have a Beauty Bakery black lipstick, and it's one of you paint it on, and it doesn't come off for fucking nothing.
I'm gonna put on a darker lipstick as we're talking because all this lipstick.
Okay, here's a misconception about goths. Goths would like you to believe that they're all into kinky sex, but most of the time it's just been, it's just a lot of show. I had a girlfriend, she was like, I went to the fetish night and I picked up a guy. I'm like, so what did you do? Like, whip me, beat me, like squeeze me 15 ways? She's like, no. I'm like, well, is that legal?
Mm.
Do we get laid more? Depends on hygiene. Great. Most people raised in the church think goths are associated with Satanism. Goths would really like to associate with Satanism, but like any kind of organized, there's no one, like are there goth Wiccans? Of course. Are there goth Satanists? Of course. But a lot of them are just, it's more of a very nice. It's very nice, Kerri. It's more of it's more of a music and lifestyle scene than
exactly. I was gonna say any church that if you're doing this all the time, any church that you'd belong to would have to be mostly about makeup. And I don't think that's really I don't think that's not a part of Satanism, but I don't think that's like the main thing.
Yeah. All right. So I want to highlight this. Serenity says they did a presentation on Lolita fashion. It was wonderful. Not as cool. I did a whole presentation in my freshman speechwriting class on emo music.
Of course you did, babe.
not quite as cool.
The thing about Lolita is it changes every fucking 3 months. So like I'm getting the Gothic Lolita Bible, like, because there was a moment, Serenity, that I was fucking into it, making my own dresses. I have a series of tiny hats, all of it. But like, you pick up one Lolita Bible and you're like, okay, well, they're all little maids. And then like 3 months later, like, oh, they've all been in fights and they're wearing like bandages and plasters and everything. Like it just turns. Like what's going on with Gothic Lolita now?
I can't wait for this to make sense to me.
Yeah, and as soon as you said tiny hats, I'll be right back. I have something to show you.
I'm ready.
One moment, it's right here. Here she comes.
I love Ralphie's background art as well.
I did test this too last night, and I decided it was too much, but bam!
Too much and not enough. Oh. 'Tis the season. Welcome to Gothic Christmas, you guys.
Yay!
So good. Let's see. I think people think goths. I don't know what they think of us anymore. Like there was a moment when we stopped, like in the 90s, when in the 2000s, when everybody was wearing vinyl pants and talking about party like a rock star, that goth became dangerously close. Oh, wonderful. Dangerously close to being mainstream, and that's the worst thing that ever happened to us. But do you find Esky that it's real old people? The kids are just like 5 things. They're like, yeah, this is part of my, like, goth is part of a flavor. There's no reason to do like a whole lifestyle.
But I sell.
It's old folks.
I sell vintage online, and a lot of I tag things goth. A lot of the young people are buying the goth style. If I find goth in the thrift store, I buy it and it sells right away. I had to buy this separately because all my goth flies off the shelf.
Now, do you ever find things like Trip NYC or Lip Service, or like, are you finding streetwear?
No, it's more 90s club wear and just or anything black, like a 70s black lace gunny dress or something like that. I mean, sometimes I do find like dolls kills and stuff. Yeah, but I sell more like a black opera gown and just label it goth, and it does well. But also club kid stuff too. I love buying club kid stuff, and I might do a club kid goth look next week or a week coming soon. We have our next guest waiting in the wings. Any final goth thoughts, Virginia? Or what? So let's plug your TikTok and your Instagram and all that stuff.
So I do a good amount of goth content on my TikTok, which is at Bedinia.
I think I can. I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna
edit my name. Bedinia is also where you can find my website. If you have anything you want to pretend that about the skinny puppy to me about, I guess you can. But that's beautiful, Kerri.
I love the scroll feature so much.
You guys, you've both mastered your own gothic looks.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
That means a lot. That truly means a lot coming from you.
Yes, you look stunning. Thank you.
I'm going to do my final deep thought about goth.
Yes, please.
growing up as a Texas kid, goth, between goth and Rocky Horror, like that was my introduction to queer stuff, to alternative lifestyles, like whatever that means. It was my introduction to many, many different types of counterculture, and it continues to be important to me today.
Yay! Well, thanks for joining us. Follow her on Instagram and TikTok, and then you'll find all her socials connected. And thank you so much. I'm sure we'll have you back. You have to do my makeup. You have to do my makeup one week too, if you don't mind. Perfect.
Both. Mwah.
All right. Bye, Virginia. Ralphie.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you mind if we switch around and bring Daniel in next?
Of course. That's fine.
Just because, let me take this banner off. He's been waiting patiently. We're chit-chatting about goth. Of course it takes forever. I love it. I learned so much from Virginia. I feel like I'm gonna go watch this, and I feel like I've got like homework next week.
I know.
I'm going to the library. I'll tell you that.
I took notes on everything. I'm so excited to fill up my shopping cart with all of this makeup and books.
She did have a cool deep thought to leave us on.
Hell yeah.
So our next guest, he is another previously Austin, now LA comic. He's super funny, and he's not the classic goth, but he's got some great goth story. Let's just welcome Daniel Webb.
Woo!
Yay! I think you're on mute. You're on mute. You have to unmute. I think,
damn
Daniel.
it! All right, I am better now. Hi,
You're perfect.
Hi. How are you? I'm also off center. Let me fix that. Okay, better.
You're a little loud. Do you want to go into Cam, Mike?
You want me to turn up?
I want you to turn down.
I'm just kidding. How's that? Is that better? Is that still super loud?
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Real fast, Ralphie, the look. I can't. Like, this is it.
Do you recognize the cape?
Is it a Betsy original?
No, girl. I was told this was yours.
What?
Michelle, my old roommate. You know Michelle.
Yeah, I know Michelle.
When we were splitting up, when we were moving out of our apartment, she was like, "Hey, Daniel left this in my trunk. Do you want it?" And I was like,
What?
"Of course. This isn't yours."
Does it wrap? Does it tie?
It doesn't tie. It has buttons.
Stand
No,
up.
that's not mine. That is not. Oh wait, that is mine.
It is yours. Okay. She doesn't know which vinyl cape is hers. That's fine.
She's got so many. She leaves them everywhere.
Exactly.
I mean, listen, I found this. Don't hate me, animal rights, dumb sons of bitches. This is a petroleum jacket I got at Nordstrom Rack for $15.99 in the little ladies section. Because that's actually goth secret number one is always we always for life shop in the little ladies department.
For me, that means Torrid. I can only shop at Torrid, but that's a good tip.
Thank you for having me. It's good to see both
problem.
of you. Kerri, I'm remiss in not talking about your over-the-shoulder lacy goth. I mean, that's like that's like Morticia goes to college.
Yeah, it's kind of like Madonna plus Morticia.
Yes.
Oh yes. Totally. I love that.
So Daniel, let's talk about, you were kind of the little goth. Can you tell your Addams Family story? Because I love it.
I think my like goth origin story, and truly the really bulk of when I was like a goth, was I collect Charles Addams books. I already did that. I was obsessed with the TV show Addams Family. That was early. I wanted to be like Morticia just because she's graceful and pretty and had really good hair. But Angelica Houston as the Addams Family really skyrocketed things into like another atmosphere, right? It just took it to the next level. And I think I was 9. And so I wore like exclusively black sweatpants, black sweatshirt to school. Like forever. Or I had these long johns that were really, what's that word? Live?
Like tight?
Oh, yeah. So
you had some tight long johns?
I would wear these long johns basically and then a sweatshirt over them. But here's the whole kicker, and I have to back up because then I would stand like Morticia, like this, like this. You know what I mean? Like, like that. Like in passing periods or whatever, waiting for the bell to ring. Talking to my best friend Ricky Robinson, all like that. So there's more to it than just being goth. Obviously, there's a lot of drag, femme, closeted, like internalized homophobia going on there. But also, I just wanted to wear something tight, black, and be able to have like a hourglass figure by the age of 9.
Amen.
That is such a great interpretation of goth. As like a little kid, what can you do? You don't really get to shop black sweatpants, black sweatshirt.
I do remember tucking a pair of black sweatpants into a pair of Doc Martens in high school. I did do that.
So
oh my god, I wanted Doc Martens so bad. I went so badly, and my mom's like, "All right, finally, it's like my birthday. We went to Franklin Mills Mall in Philadelphia, which is like an outlet mall, and we went to the Doc Martens outlet." And I got Doc Martens, but they didn't have yellow stitching. And I was like, Mom, people are going to know these aren't Doc Martens. Now I love them even more.
When Pumas were like kind of a cool thing for kids to have the 3-stripe, right? Yep. Those things. My mom showed up with an inferior shoe that had 4 stripes. I was like, I can't wear that to school. Mom, people can count to 4. Like... It's not like they have to lean in to see the maker to know that it's a fucking imposter.
No, I wanted the 3 stripes too, and my mom bought me Adidas like high tops.
Yeah, not the shoe. That's not what you wanted.
That's not what I want.
Not what you wanted. But I still have, at the same time as that goth thing was happening, the only like other alternative was to wear my actual Addams Family the movie shirt, which had Angelica Houston on it. So, like, how much better could you get, right? That was the best. She's kind of prime center, and her face, like, really stuck out that, like, ghostly. Yeah, there's, like, pictures of me wearing that, and I still wear it to this day. It still fits like a glove, because I'm live.
And you even won an Addams Family contest.
I did. Okay, so even worse than that. Okay, so then when the second movie came out, I was like ready, right? Which has been on television a lot. I don't know if anybody's been watching, but it's been on a lot. And like, shout out to Joan Cusack because the bitch is fucking the funniest goddamn thing in the world. Second thing, for all you goth nerds out there, since the movie can't really take from the television show because of like property rights issues, they can like use the names and a few things. You'll notice that the house looks different, and there's just different things. But if you look at the Charles Addams cartoons, literally from the 30s and the 40s, they mimicked it verbatim. The wallpaper, the way the rooms are set up, like the way the house is, like they literally, the little characters and weird fucked up things that Charles Addams drew, the movie people replicated that, and it's like it's lovely homages. Plus half the jokes, like Debbie Jelinski with the veil over her face practicing crying about Fester dying before she actually kills him. That's a cartoon from Charles Addams from the 1940s, right? So when the second movie came out, the newspaper had a trivia contest for like Addams Family stuff, and I like mailed it in like a psychopath that day, and of course I won. I won first place. I have it. I didn't even prepare for this, but this is how stupid I am. Is that it's never too far. Is that I won this snow globe. You can't see it. Hang on. Let me see if you can see that. Let me turn this off. The glare's bad. Okay, so it's a little house, right? Little thing in the house.
Yeah.
How cute is that? But it's the snow. The water's gone. The water leaked out, so it doesn't snow globe anymore.
It's still gorgeous. What a beautiful artifact.
Only one of its kind in the world. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So wait, you won. It was a trivia contest that you had to do in the mail. Was it like a quiz?
This is back with the newspapers, and we didn't have the internet, Ralphie.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, it was Ralphie. It was when the movie came out, so that was what, 94?
Yeah. Okay.
You're right, RC. That is actually the most goth. Is a waterless snow globe. That's the most goth.
RC Cola. Hello.
Yeah, but I loved it. I also won like 3 movie posters, which I put, I think 2 of them up in the house, which is embarrassing. My room at that point was like nothing but Paula Abdul and then a very obscure corner to Angelica Houston.
Who are some of your other favorite goth icons? Because I know you have a few.
Well, to be honest, and I bring up Charles Addams is the root of all goth. Nobody wants to sing his praises, but any of you Hot Topic sons of bitches or anything therein, or fucking Gloomy Emily or whatever the fuck that bullshit is. Vampira says that she took her inspiration from Charles Addams. Obviously, Elvira comes from that. The television show comes from that. Edward Gorey is after Charles Adams. Every gloomy little like gothy anything, Charles Adams is the first person. So historically, that's why he's important to me. However, second to that is Vampira, because she's the real deal. She was the OG original and such a strange lady. We have a common friend. We've worked with Dana Gould a few times, who was like her best friend to the day she died.
Aww.
Was doing things like paying. I don't know how much I can say, but it was like helping her with rent. And I know that he bought her grave. Like he paid for her spot at Hollywood Forever Cemetery. So I met him and was working with him. He mentions Vampira. I mentioned our favorite Louisiana Purchase, who has the greatest portrait tattoo I've ever seen, which is of Mila Nurmi Vampira, which was done by Kat Von D, I should say, which is also super goth.
Yeah.
So
Ralphie,
then the next,
we should try to get her on.
yeah,
Louisiana was on Queer Mountain a couple of times, but then she got famous. So
yeah, she's in an Orville Peck music video now.
yeah, but we can reach out.
Well, we have some Orville Peck adjacent people on the show right now.
Thank
Exactly.
you. I've seen the man without his mask. I've met him, hugged him, and gave him a kiss on the cheek. Thank you very much. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Okay, but long story short, yes, Vampire is my favorite. After I met Dana Gould and he told me that he was her best friend, which was my favorite thing, I took a plastic sandwich bag full of quarters to Bedford Junior High in 1994 when I found out Vampira's real name in People magazine, because they had an article about Tim Burton's movie Ed Wood where they had her name in it. So I thought, like a psychopath, I'm 12, I want to be her best friend. So I put a bazillion quarters in a payphone and it called Beverly Hills, hello, and I asked for Mila Nurmi's phone number. And they said, that's not a listed number. And when I told that to Dana Gould, he said she was too broke. There was no phone, right? So Dana Gould lived the life I wanted to. He was her best friend when I wanted to be her best friend, but he was living that life at the same time I was imagining that life. So then the next day, I'm like, I'm going to go to Hollywood Forever and find Vampira and bring her some dead fucking roses. So I did, and it's like a big-ish cemetery, but it's really pretty. So I just kind of drove in. I was like, well, this is stupid. I'm going to park and just Google it. I'm not going to fucking traipse around like a real goth, because I'm, like everything in life, a half-ass goth. Anyway, so I park the car. I Google it. They show you like the zone, you know what I mean? Like the little section that she's in. I was like, oh, cool. That's right where I am. And I look over, and I go, huh, and there she is. There's her little that just says Vampira. She was right. I didn't have to move. I just had to get out of my car and walk. There she was. So I said, hello, mother. And so I also think that something I'm remiss in saying in the OG Goth is clearly the Wicked Witch of the West, which was only established in the movie. She's not really goth in the books. But that bitch saying, of all the classic lines the Wicked Witch is known for, the one she says that I think is totally overlooked is the one where she says, I can cause accidents too. That's a fucked up thing to say. Very goth. Very backhanded, weird, shady threat.
We have an important comment to show. Everyone does need to know that Coles has an family line of shirts this year.
What does it look like? What?
We gotta go to Coles, Daniel.
What? Get specific. Like, what do they look like?
I've been sitting on piles of Kohl's cash. I can't wait.
My mom. That's the thing. Every time I go home, my mom has Coles cash to spend, and I never take her up on it.
I was just in Philly. I would have totally
hit up my mom and gone to Coles. She would have loved it.
Bummer.
I digress.
Ralphie, is this what you're going to be for Halloween, or is this just today?
No, this is just today.
This is what we're going to be from now on, Dan.
Well, yes, this is for the show, and this is for my life, but it's not for Halloween. For Halloween, this
is killing me.
Thank you so much.
Killing me.
The only Halloween ideas we have right now, me and Chris being Mario and Luigi, not
adorable.
Very goth. And then the other thing that you've already mentioned was Fester and Joan Cusack.
Oh God! Please do that.
Especially Fester in like the curly wig with the suit.
the honeymoon wig.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God! Please do that.
And
One of my favorite things is. What?
I've been Fester before. I wore. It's. Now,
oh my God! If Chris is Debbie. Oh fuck.
This Snuggie is now a dog blanket, but I once wore it to emos and sang as Fester. You've lost that living feeling to a
that's
skeleton.
funny.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Fester is my least favorite character. Sorry to say it.
Amen.
On either the show or the movie. Everybody knows the TV show Uncle Fester is Jackie Coogan from the Charlie Chaplin movies.
Everyone knows that.
Oh, they do, and they know that the Coogan Act is named after him, and that's why the kids' parents can't spend their money and all that bullshit. Okay, so but does everybody know that Uncle Fester is Charles Adams's self-portrait, not Gomez? The Fester character in the cartoons is Charles Adams's. That's who he sees himself as.
Yeah.
Which I think is so much more interesting.
Yeah.
Also, Charles Adams was friends with Jackie O after JFK.
The best.
That's very God.
The good years.
I didn't know Uncle Fester had a NES game.
Dude, it is impossible. I have never beat it, and I own it. I swear to God. It is a great soundtrack. It's very hard to determine what the plot is whatsoever. There's aliens, and it is impossible to beat. Absolutely impossible to beat.
Just like life.
It's frustrating. It's pointless because you collect all these like bullets and guns, and you seem to be advancing your like stock of what you're there to do, but then there's never anything that you're there really. It's like, I don't know. It's like Zelda ate a bunch of edibles. It's like there's no real. We need a leader.
I need to investigate.
We need a leader.
But I did own it. There was an Addams Family NES game which was way too easy.
Yeah.
Frankly.
Before you go, what's your number one goth crush? If you could just pick one.
Oh shit. All my so my goth stuff was always I loved the lady. Like I always loved the witch.
Mm-hmm.
Who is a goth crush? Gomez is never like Raul Julia is all right, but like they're not like hot. Fred Munster not hot.
Wait a minute. Is Gomez not hot?
Raul Julia? No, he
Gomez
gives me
is
like
hot.
he has like a who's Johnny Depp vibes. Not hot. Sorry.
Ooh,
I know.
Okay. Wow. Ouch.
Gaze
I'm gonna have
actor.
to process that later.
What? Are you kidding me? He's the size of a lawn jockey.
Yeah, I don't care. Give me a little snack.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's my list of ugly goths. How about that? Y'all got on my fucking list of goths I won't fuck. Who? I was gonna say Steven Dorff, but he's even shorter. Who? Give me a movie. I can't even think. I don't know how to answer that question.
Daniel, you have to fuck one goth. Go.
Okay, I think it's It's murderous Joan Cusack, Debbie Jelinski.
Great.
I'm gonna fuck her.
choice, honestly.
That's fine.
Yeah, but she's a top anyway. I'll let her have it.
I know. That's why like the small ones won't do. We need a top.
Do you have anything?
There's no hot. Who was your favorite hot goth dude?
Oh,
Well,
we're
I'm
about
so glad
to do.
you asked.
Yes, because that's our next segment. Is our top 5 hottest goths.
Well, okay, fine. I'll say. Okay, got it. I got it. 19, late 50s, early 60s, Vincent Price.
Oh,
Okay.
Great
Yes.
choice.
Absolutely.
The voice is great choice.
Joan Rivers had his ashes because they were friends, and she gave some to Robin Quivers of the Howard Stern Show.
Aww, that's so sweet.
Do you have any goth final thoughts? Thank you for doing the show. Also, anything to plug? What do you got coming up?
What do I have to plug? I'm opening for Margaret Cho, which is super fun. And Hags is back. If you're in Los Angeles, we are so excited. Hags is back. We're doing pop-ups until we find a home. But we're at St. J Tuesday. It was October 19th. Cannot wait. 8:00. If you wear an elaborate Halloween costume, you get in for free. And if you half-ass your costume, we're sending your ass home. Don't fuck around.
Lovely. Well, thank you for joining us, Daniel.
Trick or treat. Love you too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, girl.
We have some great people saying their goth crushes here.
Yep. All of the Lost Boys, very true.
Oh wait, they're going so quickly. I can't even click on them right. Anyway, so now it's time for our last segment of the show.
Yeah.
Which is Ralph and I's top 5 hottest goths. Which I had a hard time picking just 5. Ralphie had a tougher time.
I will admit that I got 4 pretty easily, and the last one was hard to think of for me. So
I think it's a hard thing because goth is so like there's so many directions, as people have said. There's so many goth subcultures. We got it like industrial. We got kind of like the music goth. We got kind of like the fictional characters. We got like gothic goths. Oh, real quick, that's one thing I didn't talk about in terms of goth. Like I love gothic horror, so I'm like I can't believe I wasn't a goth because I love like Shirley Jackson, Daphne du Bois. Like my favorite book is the New York Review books. I'm gonna get it wrong. Don't Look Now. It's a collection of Daphne du Bois short stories, and I don't know if I'm saying her name right, so that's why I'm kind of like mumbling it.
Perfect.
That's my secret. But Don't Look Now is a collection of her short stories. It includes the movie The Birds and the movie Don't Look Now, which are just short stories, but also some other great books. So if you need a goth, thing to read, that's my goth book club for y'all. We still got some great. The great comments. Ralph, do you want to do your goths first? Okay.
Yes, I am.
It might just be easier tech wise to do, even though I'd love to do 101.
Sure.
Yeah. So these are that was our homework this week, was to work on our top 5 goth crushes. Ralphie and I love objectifying men, women, dogs, whatever, like cartoon characters.
Yeah. You don't look like this and not objectify things, for sure.
We bond over it. That's going to be part of the show.
Yep. For sure. Well, so yeah, my list, like I say, I'm gonna go in ascending order of not even necessarily hotness, but in terms of certainty that they belong on the list. So the first up is the one that was hard to come up with, and I have question marks all around his name, is Noel from the Great British Baking Show. And
there's no question mark. Noel is God.
Great. Okay, fabulous. So I am conflicted about my love for him, and it mostly, like, is he even goth? I'm not sure. Kerri says yes.
Yes,
okay.
He's got eyeliner and the dark hair. He's a modern goth icon, I would say.
Wonderful. That's great.
He wears like heels. He does like a little gender bending. Like it's
totally
very goth.
But mostly, I am jealous of this sweater from exactly this episode of this season of the Bake Off. So that's number 5, I guess, is good old Noel. I think his last name is Fielding.
Yes, his last name is Fielding, and
Good
he does wear great sweaters.
Good for her. Number 4, not hard at all to think about, honestly. Saint from the previous season of Dragula and the next season of Dragula. We're very excited to see her on this upcoming season 4. She looks incredible, and I think she's super hot as a boy, super sexy as a lady. Into it. Number 3 is is this 3? Yes, is Damien from Dream Daddy.
Oh my god, I know. My apartment played Dream Daddy during quarantine.
We streamed it, everybody.
I can't believe we were both playing Dream Daddy and not talking about it. Of everything we talk about.
Yeah, Damien was my first good ending, I believe. I played Craig through first, and Craig didn't like me. He turned me down.
Which one was Craig again?
Craig was the beautiful Asian American
dad. Yes, the fit dad.
Yeah. So Damien was the first one who we just like totally clicked, and I got the good ending with Damien. No spoilers, but this look really sold him to me. But his other looks in the game are hotter. So Damien, easily our trans daddy of our dreams. We love this goth forever.
Dream Daddy. Here's the thing. When my apartment played Dream Daddy, which is me and 3 guys, only one of them gay. So that's who was playing Dream Daddy. And the only person who would sleep with us was who's the really like crusty asshole?
Oh no, not Robert.
Robert was the only one we could get.
Bummer. I hate
know.
Robert.
It was too close to real life, honestly.
I had to
That's
literally-
all. I can only get the Roberts.
I had to Google how to get his good ending because I was just like, I hate this. I don't want to say the things I need to say to get to the good ending. So that's Damien. Number 2.
Damien's a great choice. I'm sad I didn't think of him.
Oh yeah, he was an easy one for me. And then next, a very easy category. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. She is the quintessential sexy goth. She is, I don't know, she's 95 and looks exactly like this.
Oh, she has a new autobiography out.
Yes, she is in a relationship with a woman for 19 years. Her biography came out. She has a new series streaming on Netflix, apparently, and she deserves all of it. Look at those.
I know. Next week, I didn't have time, and I couldn't find my bump it, but I want to try to get like high.
Yeah,
as high as my like thin hair. I mean, I might need an extension. Daniel has one I can borrow.
Hairspray and teasing. You can get there.
I'm gonna get Elvira hair and nothing else. Let's be honest.
In my opinion, Nerd Fox 42, I would say Lord definitely counts as goth.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion.
I think so too.
And then my final, my top hot goth for tonight for our first show, has got to be anytime Rihanna dresses up goth.
It's a great top choice.
She does it every once in a while, or she did it for a while. I frankly don't have a lot of info here, but whenever Rihanna looks like this, Rihanna is the hottest goth in the world.
Everyone in the chat agrees. Yeah, I mean, you know, she has a couple goth like strappy bralettes in the her Fenty line.
Yes.
So yeah, for sure.
Gorge. Yeah, those are my hot goth.
Those are our great list. Man, I can't believe you thought of Damien. I can't believe we were both playing Dream Daddy and not talking about it.
I know. I was really obsessed. I kind of miss it.
It's crazy. Okay, so here's Mike. I have to do a little share screen. Share screen.
Share screen.
The Dream Daddy, it was also really funny, the writing. I will give it to them.
I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Let's make sure, let me double check this is the right presentation. Okay, so we're gonna start with my number. This is when I share, it's gonna pop up. My number, let's see, what kind of layout do we want? I think this is good. My number, oh wait, no, I need to be in presentation mode so you don't see like my whole.
I'm not looking. I didn't see.
No, it's all fine. Let's see if that's better. There we go. Number 1. This number 1 was Edward Scissorhands because not John and Jeff because he's problematic. But here's the thing with Edward Scissorhands. He's shy. I like a shy guy. He's got that big old house. I love a big old house. The hair. I love a big hairdo. And I love a free haircut. Haircuts are so expensive in LA. I got addicted to expensive haircuts because during the pandemic, I'm like, I would never get expensive haircuts. In Austin, I had a great guy who would cut my hair at a very reasonable price when he retired. And then I moved to LA and haircuts are like through the roof. It drives me crazy. I just get the cheapest, like, there's like the Birds barbershop of LA version, totally. Basically. But that was like, you know what? It's a pandemic. I'm going to get a nice, expensive haircut. Daniel's friend, and she's great, Teddy Baker, highly recommend her. And she does pop-ups in Austin too. She's from Austin. Mm-hmm. She gave me the most amazing haircut in my life, and now I'm addicted to expensive haircuts. Anyway, if I can have, Edward Scissorhand is my number 5, but there is an honorable mention who I didn't pick. I think I have to click over. Okay, let's see if this works. Which is, I didn't pick, I was gonna pick Brandon Lee's The Crow because like I said, I grew up in the 90s. This was, I remember getting the Entertainment Weekly with Brandon Lee on it and everything. Mm-hmm. But the makeup looks too much like Heath Ledger as the Joker. Yeah.
Not
into it anymore.
Every boy in high school that I had a crush on was The Crow for Halloween. is like the kind of sexiness we're talking about here. Yeah.
I get it. So, it's very attractive, but it's too giving me too much Heath Ledger Joker, who is now associated. Some of the trolls who were attacking me had that as their avatar. Anyway, moving on. Next one, I had a number 4 officially. I had Elvira. I love being the same picture too. I mean, like I said, growing up in the 90s, like, on late night on TV, I just remember seeing her boobs and like her and Dolly Parton, like the 90s were just like bigger boobs. Yep. And I was just like, I mean, I'm not technically bisexual, but like I was fascinated by her boobs and I wanted to touch them. So
yeah, I'm not that gay. I'd be like, yes.
She's amazing. And like I said, next week I'm gonna try to get big hair. Next we have Sushi from Sushi and the Banshees. I mean, she's just so cool. Like, I mean, I know, you know, even that picture with the cigarette, it's not, smoking's not good, but it is sexy when someone smokes. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
I'm doing her makeup on the left there.
Too, I know. So. She's amazing. I want to be her, you know. I love the kind of androgyny thing. It would totally. Number 3, fuck Sushi.
Also, Nerd Fox in the chat. Marceline almost made my list, but I couldn't find out quickly if she was a minor or not, so I did not include Marceline, the vampire queen. She's probably like 2,000 years old, but anyway.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Number 2, we have Nick Cave, who was going to be my number 1, but as I was Googling pictures of him, like, first off, you know, I love a tall guy. I love a musician. I love a deep voice. It's turning me on. I love all of it. I was listening to Nick Cave today as I was putting on makeup and crying. Like, I love it. But then I was Googling him for a picture, and he like came out against cancel culture or something, which is just so stupid. Like, 1, you don't need to make a statement on cancel culture. 2, I just think it's not like I'm pro cancel culture. I think it's just a construct that, you know, people who are in power, who are scared their power is going away, have made up. Like Dave Chappelle is making millions of dollars doing stand-up. He's not canceled.
Right.
So he's not my number 1. So I had to find a new number 1, which was who was on your list.
Amazing. You're number 1. Really? Okay.
Well, he was my number 2, but because of Nick's.
Right. Fair enough.
Canceling. I mean, I like a funny guy. I think he's just so sweet to the contestants on Bake Off and seems so happy-go-lucky. I mean, he's married, he has kids. We're never gonna fuck or anything. But I just like a tall, goofy, you know. And also, and it's partly because of his sweaters. I just love the sweaters.
It's the sweaters for me.
This Dinosaur Jr. sweater, like, that was like, I was
Amen.
sold.
100%. Every bit of his wardrobe, I'm like, I've got to do it. His sweaters made me think I could just start knitting again. I could knit sweaters like that.
Yes. So I'm both in love with Noel and his sweaters, I would say. Maybe the consensus between me and Ralphie is we want to fuck Noel's sweaters, or I don't know. Noel in a sweater, I don't know. That's how we do it.
Yeah. I love that we both wrote the same joke about Noel's sweater.
I know we both. I love we had different sweaters. He has so many.
Yes, the smiley face sweater for me. But you're right. That one's great too. They're all good. And the blouses. Oh, all of it. Anyway.
Yes, I know. I do need to watch. I've only seen Bake Off and Mighty Boosh. I'm reading the comments. You're right. I do need to expand beyond that.
Oh, yeah. This chat has definitely mentioned his entire body of work. And I was like, really? People like him?
We didn't mention Daria. I didn't watch a lot of Daria because it was kind of triggering because I was very Daria-esque. I got called Daria.
Yeah. I love Jane, but I didn't see her necessarily as goth. I saw her as more like alternative, but not all the way there. Sound off?
I don't know. I think she's goth. The haircut. Daria, not so much.
That makes sense.
Oh, I haven't watched the Mighty Boosh in a while. I didn't realize they had a blackface crossover. I actually don't rewatch it because a dear friend loved it who passed away, and I just can't watch it anymore. But I guess for the best. Oh, some Aeon Flux fans. Here's the thing. I loved Liquid Television and MTV, and I hated when Aeon Flux came on.
Oh, we were obsessed. It was the coolest thing in the world. We couldn't wait to watch it all the time. I loved Aeon Flux as a kid. Haven't seen it in 25 years, but...
here we go. If you don't have to, if you want to tip us and, you know, we're going to pay out the guests, here's Ralphie's stuff. Maybe we'll have a Goth Talk Live account. I don't know. Well, we didn't realize there was a after Ralphie told me there was an SNL sketch called Goth Talk, which was the Goth Talk. This is a different concept, as we're just being ourselves. We're not being characters. Like, this is me, this is Ralphie. But there is a very funny, and I do remember watching it, and it was all coming back to me. But anyway, we're just acknowledging that, yes, we know that about the SNL sketch.
But we
and we forgot. We totally forgot. This is Goth Talk Live. That was Goth Talk. So very, very different.
Yeah. And thank you so much to Jennifer for your donation. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Can't wait to split that with all of our wonderful guests. Thank you again to Daniel Webb.
Oh wait, did I misspell your Venmo?
They are backwards, I think.
Gosh.
PayPal is Ralph Hardesty and Venmo is Ralphie-Hardesty.
Oh,
I hate that they're different. I hate PayPal. I
hate that I spelled it wrong. I'm so bad at it. Like, I don't know if everyone saw on the original flyer. I put the wrong date.
So she's running a lot of stuff.
I can't do I just can't do details.
Yeah, but it's correct here too. It's very little on my screen.
Let me just take the wrong banner off, and we'll just make. I think I can maybe just make Ralphie big. Just kidding, I can't.
That's okay.
But anyway, you don't even have to tip us if you want. If you want to tip Ralphie, it was just fun to have y'all.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to be back every Tuesday for October. And if you have any topics you want us to dive into, I think next week we're definitely going to be talking music. Ralphie and I are going to explore some playlists. We got some really good guests, some goths coming up.
Hell yes.
And I'm excited for our new lifestyle, Ralphie.
Same. I am getting ready to raid us into another channel.
Yes, do it.
Because there's Scott, who does Master Pancake, is doing his Tuesday night show with Aaron, who is a fan cake, and everybody knows and loves both of them. And we programmed this show during their Tuesday night show, and so we're gonna dump everyone over here back into their channel. So
yes, please do that.
So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. I'm gonna get it started. It's gonna start collecting y'all, and then it's gonna dump us over there.
Do I have to do anything on my end?
No, you should be fine. And then once we raid, we just stop the stream.
Perfect.
So love y'all so much. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. See you next Tuesday, I hope.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Here we go.